Alright, hello everybody, this is beau-hindman4masterly.com. As you can see, I am streaming let me turn down the volume and stuff here as per usual, so that we don't have a bunch of sound interfering with my beautiful baritone voice. I am streaming a little Free Realms, one of the coolest games in the whole wide world. I decided to make a little pixie dude with a mohawk. As you can see, there he is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through some of the different parts of the game, world, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to just look at some different stuff. On the beach area here, which is called, I'm forgetting real quick, I'm just going to look at my handy map. Seaside. On Seaside, right now, well, pretty much all the time, there is a party of, 36 people, and they're always asking for boyfriends and stuff like that. So it's kind of the hangout for the kids to I guess, hang out with each other in game or whatever. But it's actually a lot of fun to come here to hang out, because you can see like this little marshmallow pet here. Look at this thing flying in first person. So you can see all the cool little pets. You can see everything, like new mounts, clothes. It's a good place to kind of check out everything in the game. Like here's a big spider-looking thing. Where'd it go? There he goes. Anyway, there he goes. There's a Pegasus. Oh, look at this tiger mount. Big tiger mount thing. So you can come here and just check out almost anything you want. The great thing about that is that it's kind of like a preview. I mean, you can preview things in the cash shop anyway, but it's sort of like a preview that you can you can see in person, people running around with the stuff, and it's really a cool little area. So I'm at Seaside. Before I leave Seaside and start showing you around the rest of the game, I'm going to show you something that they've built. I'm such an old player. I've been playing Free Realms since the beta, but I'm such an old player, an old fuddy-duddy, that I can literally remember before this was built. But what they did is in some of the major zones, they decided to build these giant kind of playgrounds using the parts that you can get in-game. The cool thing about that is that it shows you what you can accomplish just with a little station cash. I think you can buy a lot. Actually, you can buy most of this, I believe, for coins. Let me jump up here and see if I can get to the top. These things are so incredibly fun, the little bouncy thingies. Oh, what did I hear? I hit a button. Okay, so my goal is to get to the very top of the... I'll show you here in a minute. See how high? There we go. So you get to the ship like this, the pirate ship they've kind of hidden up here, all the cool kids. Click on the ship and it'll shoot its guns. And then I think once a day, I'm not sure how often, you get up here and you can click on the treasure chest and receive some coins. Once you're done, you get to go up here, and I want to show you the view. Seaside is probably one of my favorite areas. There's a day and night cycle, of course, in Free Realms. If you don't know this, you should really check it out. Free Realms is a fantastic exploration puzzle. It's just got all sorts of cool games in it, but the graphics are so warm and kind of cozy. But this is Seaside, which has always been one of my favorite areas. It's just cool. It's got all these little nooks and crannies to explore. You can see this, there's some hot air balloons in there. But when you're done from this little ride, you just jump off here and you kind of slide down, which is fun. So that's Seaside. What I'm going to do though is how long has it been out now? Over the year, 2 years, whatever it is now that it's been out, they've really had to tweak the UI. They've had to mess with the settings so that people can, it's easy to understand. Some of the kids might have an issue understanding some of the settings in UI, so they kind of tweaked it over the years. I think they've got a pretty good thing now, because what you do is you can click on the welcome screen. Actually, let me click off the welcome screen. Just click on games here, and it's going to show you all the games in the game, that you can do. Like, for example, here's cooking. It's going to teleport me, I believe, unless I just do it here. You can do it here, I guess, or you can go find the NPC. But this will show you an example of some of the games. Like, it's kind of like Cooking Mama. Like, the first thing you're supposed to do is grate this, and of course I'm missing the bowl there. There we go. So you've got, I guess, grated, I don't know what that is, coconut or something. Next, you're supposed to cut veggies. It's actually a little bit hard to get it accurate, but... Okay, so now then you're supposed to pour the liquid. Get it just perfect. Not bad at all. Oh, should not be that hard. I'm like looking for the ingredients. Put the ingredients in there. Am I stirring it? There we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Of course. I'm going back the other way. What am I doing? Oh wait, I'm going the wrong way. Alright, so after that you've cooked something, you raise it a level. I've made a brand new character, so of course I'm brand new at everything. But you know, this is just one of the mini games you do. So that's like cooking. You can do it from anywhere in the game. Oh, let me just spin and get a little prize here. Used to be you'd have to actually go meet up with the NPC, and then when they changed a lot of this and made everything instantly accessible, they really kind of some people didn't like that. Some people wanted it to be kind of, I guess you could say, more hardcore or whatever, where you'd have to go in and meet up with the NPCs. But let me here. I'm going to go to Maryvale, because this is where the big festival is going on right now, the Festival of the Hearts, where these great big heart monsters and stuff are showing up. And it sounds funny, but the design, the monster design, is actually really, really nice in this game. In fact, the art in this game, the style, everything about it, I think is really nice. It's not all really bright, and I'll show you some of the other areas that are a little bit darker. I'm going to be a little laggy here because I'm not only streaming, but I'm also surrounded by, as you can see, probably 300. See, I'm still going forward and I can't even stop. There we go. Let's see if I can get a picture of this monster for you. If I can catch up to him, but he's really cool. He looks like a brain almost. But he's supposed to be like a monster heart. See him? There he goes. So this is Maryvale. One of the cool things about this job is that, about this game is that you have, you know, so many different, you could call them classes, jobs, whatever, but it's pretty much called jobs. But you can switch between them immediately on the fly. And one of my favorites is the standard adventure, you know, because you can, it's one of the only MMOs that really has a class like this, to where you're just basically a guy who goes around exploring for XP. And I'll show you if I can find it. But in each zone or area, and by the way, all the zones are connected together. You can just walk if you want, or you can teleport. So it really is a it gives you a lot of choices as to what, you know, you can do. You can just walk around and have a good time, or you can actually just teleport immediately to the games. But let me see if I can find it. Here's one. See, so you'll find these little points in the game like this that will be basically an exploration point. This is a rare exploration coin. There's other ones that will be harder to find, some that'll be easier to find. It just depends. But, you know, you just basically click on it. It adds it to a collection, and you get experience, adventure experience for that, for finding that area. So in each zone there might be 3 or 4 of those, so you have to look around and find them all. So you know, what I typically do is, because this is my low level brand new character I made for Rise and Shiny, but I have a, I guess you'd call it a higher level character too, and he's got a full max level adventure and stuff like that. So I pretty much remember where a lot of these are. Let's see if I can jump over there and I'll try and get that one. So it's really, like I said, it's a pretty smart little system. I mean, you get experience just for running around and finding stuff, and I wish more MMOs did that. You do get experience in a lot of MMOs for opening up new zones. You know, we've all seen that, where you discover a new area and it gives you a little experience. But this is really the main one that I've ever seen that gives you an entire job to kind of pursue, where your only thing that you're supposed to do is find stuff. I absolutely love that. Let's see if I can get up here. I think I missed my chance. Yeah, I did. Darn it. Let's get back down there. Okay, so they added a lot of these little bouncy things everywhere to kind of get you around. It's pretty funny. There it is. Okay, so here's another one, an elite exploration coin. So everything's nighttime, so you're going to be seeing a lot of it's going to be dark for a little bit. So I hit that. I leveled up in adventuring, so I'm almost level 3. That goes all the way to level 20. In fact, let me see if I can show you the jobs here. There's adventurer, archer, blacksmith, brawler, card duelist, chef, demo driver, which I'll show you that, fisherman, cart driver, medic, miner, ninja, warrior, soccer star, postman, and wizard. Now each of those goes to level 20. If you're on a free account, you're, I believe, only able to go to level 5. I can't even remember. They've changed it so many times on me. But you can, you know, you pay $5 a month. You've got a subscription. You can go all the way to level 20 on every one of them. So just if you just look at the number of jobs they have right there, it's really, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 jobs at level 20 each. I mean, that's really there's a lot of stuff there to see and do. Let me go to this raceway here, and I'll show you. Where is it? If I can find it, that would be good. Now, here we go. Show you the racing. There's a lot of mini games too. You can just do mini games to level up. Kind of there's some that are like tower defense games. You can do those. There's collectible card games, which is actually really good. You can play other people with your cards. Alright, let's see. Go to the racing area. Now they do have a ton of mounts that I'll show you after racing that'll get you around a lot faster. I bought a horse on my main, but now they have all sorts of them. It's one of the best cash shops, I think, in almost any free-to-play game I've found, mainly because it's just so streamlined and works so well. Pardon me, drinking a little tea. Alright, so here's one of the raceways. Racing is probably one of my favorite jobs. I leveled it, was one of my first ones. I leveled all the way to 20. I got the big prize at the end and all that stuff like that. So I've got a couple quests here. Let's see here. Let's blow something up. Okay, so this is, I'm still in the middle of a kind of a series of quests for this guy. My job is to learn how to race. And I'm still doing basically the basics. Howdy chat room, how you doing? IC2. Igtao. Okay, so I'll race a little bit. The racing used to be a lot harder. A lot of people complained about the difficulty of it at first, and then it got a lot easier. So I got a missile here. See if I get around here, I'll fire off my, got like a turbo boost. It's pretty easy to mess up in the racing, though. It's still a challenge. I dig the music. There's like death metal in the crashing up derby cars. The first one you do, the first missions in the racing system is really easy. You really almost have no challenge. Later, or whenever I was first racing, it was almost impossible. Some of these racetracks are just insanely hard. The physics and everything, the car physics were really rough. They fixed that and they tweaked that eventually. I think they kind of made it too easy now, but it does get harder as you go later. Take the shortcut if I can. my mini-map and I'm so far ahead of him already. But I've kind of memorized this track from playing it over the last, whatever, 2 years. So I'm not a newbie to the game at all. Still, I wanted to go back and check out the game and see how it's changed. So far, from just re-experiencing the newbie areas and everything, it seems like they've just streamlined everything and made it a lot easier. I still have a lot of problems with the UI. It's not, you can't adjust it, you can't move the mini-map around, you can't do any of that fun stuff, so I wish you could do that. But other than that, you get used to it and it works really well. The game scales really well too, like right now I'm running in windowed mode, streaming. And you can go to full screen mode just with a click of a button. It works really well. It runs on a laptop pretty well too. Just depends on the type of laptop. And I got all these missiles, and I don't have anybody to shoot them at. I'm cooking your butts already. Racing with your friends is a blast. It's an absolute blast because you can just jump in and start racing. You're just in the race and it just works. First place. Okay, so that's a race, and I just leveled up. Now that's a pretty typical question. You know, the guy says, "Hey, I'm the job. I teach you, how to do these jobs and stuff like that. So go do this, blah blah blah." They'll usually give you another quest. You can find quests everywhere like that. You just click on them and accept them. Or, like I said, you can also go to the games screen and just kind of pick what games you want to try. There's battling, which is basically, here, I'll show you. I'll just go find something in the wild. There's not an aggro range for animals. I mean, they took it kind of easy on the kids. In fact, let me turn off my name there real quick. Show my name? No, I don't want you to show my name. I wonder why it's showing my name. But anyway, that's me there. Let me take that off. There we go. Okay, for example, here's a dude walking around so when you find a mob or a monster or a human or whatever walking around the wild, they'll warn you, say, hey, get out of here and stuff like that. They won't attack you. They don't just attack you, but you can click on them and go ahead and try and kick his butt. Now, even combat's gotten quite a bit of a change. It's 18 times easier than it ever's been. It used to be a little bit more challenging, but now you automatically get, I'll show you, like an AoE spell, and come on, fight me. See, watch, I'll just do this AoE. But you have to remember, they're trying to make it accessible for a lot of younger players too, so the combat is really easy. I would like to see them get to make combat actually pretty challenging. I'd like to see that. I just think it'd be fun. I think the kids would like to see it, but I can understand why they kind of keep it the way they do. I mean, it's literally just pushing a few buttons. The real challenge in this game comes from the minigames, so those get pretty crazy. So I'm trying to defeat all the hooligans here. Let me get some mana back here, and maybe I can do my ability. I accidentally hit tab to target. So as you can see, you just kind of can spam a few abilities and really kick a lot of butt. Now it does get more challenging later, but all right. I just did cooking chat room. I'll probably get around to it in a minute though. What's really cool about the game though is that you essentially get, I mean, you can just kind of mess around the whole time and find things to do. There's nothing. Oh, my wheel pops up. This pops up on you. Every I don't know, every 10 minutes or so. You'll be able to spin the wheel. All right, so there you go. I've got me some Elitist Scalpel. Oh, I got 2 spins and then I got a coin spin. Oh, thank you, chat room. In the first 30 minutes it'll pop up. And I just won 2 more extra spins. And see, this wheel wasn't here, I don't believe, at the very beginning. If it was, you got it every so often. The coin wheel definitely wasn't here. And I'll show you the coin wheel in a second. Yay, I got a axe. Now I got a limousine. Torch Racing wheel decal, so I got like a sticker for my car. Now I used to have this coin wheel kind of memorized. I'd hit it at a certain point. I thought oh cool, I know how long to hold it down to get to 5,000 coins, but of course I was being stupid. Don't tell me I got some kind of Hobgoblin something. Yeah, I got some potions. Okay, so that's cool. So that is combat. And then of course, like I said, it's an open world, so you can literally, here's the map, you can walk from one end to the other. I don't know when they're supposed to have these other areas open. That have, as long as I've been playing since beta, they haven't really been doing anything. I was just in Maryvale actually, so I think I'm gonna go to Black Spore's really cool. This is kind of like the scary area. Again, every area is different, but they're really, really, really well done. The characters are great. They all have there'll be tons of quests and missions to do. But it's all kind of light. You don't necessarily have to do anything. You can just kind of poke around, which is one of the funnest things to do. I'm going to switch back to adventure. In fact, while I'm doing that, I'm going to change my clothes a bit here. I'm trying to get a picture of them because I have to have one for my profile. And I don't have any clothes, do I? There's some shoes. Do I have any cool shoes? I have high tops. No, got those. Baggy jeans. That's kind of cool. The red shirt's cool. There we go. Chat room, I believe I'm on in server 7, but I can't remember. Okay, so that's, you know, how you can kind of put on clothes, but then you can go to the cash shop here, which is the station cash store. I only have very little station cash, so I just go to the coin shop. And the coin shopper is stuff that you can buy using in-game coins, or coins that you get from in-game. You can also use real-life station cash to buy more in-game coins. I'm not sure why people do that. Possibly because there's some things that you can only buy with coins. But let's say clothes. You know, there's all these different clothes and items. What's really cool, I think, is that you can preview almost anything. In fact, let's go to the station store and I'll show you. Like, for example, all this housing stuff here, you can preview, and this is one of my favorites. I'm trying to figure out which lot I want to buy eventually. I think I was enjoying the Sandy Beach lot. See, so you can preview, you just go pop, and it's going to take you to it. And so you can buy this plot, and basically you can build whatever you want on it. Now the cool thing about this is that if you were to buy a plot like this, like right now on this character I only have a small plot, or whatever you call it. So if I wanted to, I could buy one and use, I could build up blocks, I could do really anything I wanted to do. So let me go back to that preview. In fact, let me see in the coin store here, maybe. See, I don't think you can buy a house with coins, which is unfortunate. But you can buy all these little pieces of furniture, you can buy almost anything you want. How much is a house? 263. Yeah, I don't even have enough for a decent house on this character. But so that's that's the cash shop. I mean, the cash shop is incredible. You got stuff for your cars, you got weapons you can buy, tools, things like an umbrella. I'm not really sure what this is for, but you can. There you go, and you can customize the color. Oh, it's the handle, I guess. A lantern, which looks really cool. Oh, cool! It glows. I've never seen that. That one's a nice one. And you can change the color of the handles and all that. So just all this little stuff. A bone. sure why you'd want a bone, but there you go. Got you a bone. So all this stuff to customize your character, which I can see why the game is so popular now, is you can just sit there and just tweak on all this stuff. I got an ice cream cone. Let's see, weapons. So you can preview everything for that's cool looking. That's only 180 station cash, which is $1.80. Oh wow, it'll level up with you? I had no idea. Look at that, it goes, oh neat. That's new. You can just go through the different wands, you can just click through and it's going to let you preview. I mean, I haven't, oh look at that. That is so cool. It's like a, planets are coming around it. That's really awesome. So these are all the wands. I haven't seen any of this new stuff. This is wicked. It's only $1.50. What does this one do? Causes damage. So yes, you're able to buy some of the best weapons and stuff in game, but this is not Darkfall PvP, so I'm not sure people are worried about it. Look at that cool bow. That's awesome looking. This is all new stuff I haven't seen in a long time. It's got a laser scope on it. It's a big hammer thing. Let's see, a big hand. Let's see what other things we can preview here. Oh, mounts are great. You gotta see these. These are hilarious. I like this. It's like you're riding on a bowling ball. Or I guess you are a bowling ball? I'm not sure, but you ride on that, I thought. An 8-ball. Okay, so let's go back to tigers. Wow, look at that. That's cool looking. So all these different tigers you can choose. Let's see. Hoverboards are cool. The hoverboard. Different ones. Unicorns for those who like rainbow scented unicorns or whatever. So all these different mounts. So each one of these rides, you can preview it before, which is not only are you previewing it, but it's just sitting there. You can see what it looks like, but you can see how it interacts with the world, how it looks. I mean, and they're really pretty cheap, like $1, $2, $5, $6. I'm not sure how. It's the most expensive thing I've seen is maybe $5 or $6. So here's rides. Let's see. Clothes. Clothes are a little bit confusing to me because I'm not quite sure, you know, outfits. I'm not sure if you can wear like a job-specific outfit on anything, because it'd be fun to dress however you want. Let's see. How that is wicked. Look at those goggles. Speaking of which, I really, really need some glasses in this game, and I never could find any. I wonder if they're selling any by now. I mean, look at the outfits. It's just ridiculous. I don't know why you'd want to be a hot dog man, but you could be. Or a milk carton. Okay, so that's outfits. I mean, it just goes on and on. Now, the best stuff I think really is, of course, in the cash shop, the one for real money. But still, you have some really cool, really cool stuff in the coin shop too. So eventually, I'm going to get back on my main here, and you can try these blocks out. You can decorate them whatever color you want. These blocks you can just build tons of stuff with. Let's see here. What was the last little zone? Okay, where am I here? Black Spore. Lavender Coast. Oh, this is great. Wugga Chug. Each zone is, of course, again themed. So as you explore, you're kind of going through different things. It's all seamless, though. It's like you walk up. For example, here is the, you know, the area where you're walking up, and all of a sudden you walk in here, and it's this huge party, drinking root beer and having a good time. Of course, it's nighttime too. These guys are awesome, just partiers. I mean, look at the details everywhere, and it's really on par as far as graphically with like World of Warcraft. I mean, the textures and the, you know, so it really runs pretty easily on almost anything. Let's see. Oh, this is great. You can get up here and do the stage stuff. You have like a band if you want, I guess. Graphically, it's just, I just love this game. And again, with each one of these zones, you have discovery points you can discover for your adventurer credit. So like, I know there's one up here somewhere, I'll go find it. For such a casual, quote-unquote game, it really is kind of gives you almost too much to do. I mean, you just can't keep up. I mean, it's spread throughout the world. There's all these little mini games you can do. I hate anime, she says. Some of the discussions people have in this game are hilarious. Let's see if I can get this. Was a hard one, if I remember correctly. It's a nice waterfall. How pretty it is. Okay, this is where you have to jump on here and trying to get this discovery over here. Ah. There's gotta be an easier way to get to that one, but I messed it up last time too. And I missed my mount. It's very light. I mean, there's all these little animations going on, these dogs chasing the cats, or the chickens. There's just things going on all the time. Little parties, little conversations, NPCs doing stuff. Okay, so to jump over here, I think we go over here. Oh, I discovered something, so there you go, I leveled up. Level 3. Let's see. Ah, I didn't jump in time. Well, whatever. Okay, so let's see. That's Wugga Chugga Chugga Chug. This is the main. For a long time, this was the main hub. This area called Sanctuary, which was, you know, where you hung out and everything. They used to have the treasure chest thingy, treasure vault here. So it was like the place that everybody went, you know, to hang out and stuff like that. You can buy pets here. You can buy mounts. Here's some mounts for sale. Again, you can kind of see how they look in person. And then it takes you right to the shop. I mean, it's just a flawless design as far as that's concerned. And it's bright and cheery, but I love that it's not overdone. It's not like cheesy. I'll show you this. This is one of my favorite areas. Oh, these things are cool here. What is that? It's like a one of those things at a car lot. So again, here you have like a main street. You have the postal job where you can learn how to be a postman, which is a series of mini games as well as like kind of delivery quests. That big tree in the middle is like the queen kind of thingy. I'm going to show you this cave in the back that really gives you a good chunk of the lore for the world, which is funny. A lot of people think, oh, it's a kid's game. It doesn't have any kind of that heft to it, but the lore is really pretty nice. And it gives you something to, I mean, there's roleplay groups in this game. I've been to roleplay events before, which were really fun. Let me go back to this. This is one of my favorite spots, this cave. What's great about it is you don't, you know, this is a perfect, the reason I've always loved Free Realms, it's a perfect game for me. It's not, you have goals, but it's not like you sit here and are pressured to level or to do whatever. You just kind of do whatever you want and have a good time. And there's always something to do. Alright. So this cave is, I forget what it's called, but it's essentially an area that you're going to learn a lot about the lore and stuff. It's one of the first areas you really get to at first. The NPCs are talking. It's the sanctuary, I believe. What is it called? I can't remember. So you go down into this cave, and you can do a few missions to help out different people. Memorial Caverns. And it's really, the water looks great. Everything in this game looks really good. But I'll show you the lore they have. It's kind of put up in a neat way to where you're like, you kind of learn about it as you go along in this central room here. So they have this big seed in the middle, which is explained in the lore. And then you have these different sections or rooms, and each one is explains to you the different, it's like a timeline of what happened. Which I want to see a lot more of that stuff. I want to see them kind of do an expansion or something almost to where, there's a new land or whatever, and it's got all this new lore and explanation in it, because that, to me, really works in the game. I don't know who's sending me I don't know what that was, a pop-up. I've never seen that before. It's been a while since I've been in the game. If they made IMs go into a pop-up, I guess. See, and this explains, you click on the books, it'll explain you exactly what happened. And you can follow along with the lore and learn, and I love that part. See, there's the big seed thing there in the middle. Okay, people can stop sending me tails now, that'd be great, thanks. So there's a big seed. I think you can look up at it, let's see. Waterfall. And there's an exploration token right here, I believe. There it is. And that's sad. I've memorized some of these because I've gotten them. So see, I've gotten more experience. I'm almost level 4 now in Adventurer, and you can, as you level up, for example, here I'll show you my collection. This is another reason that I think this game is design-wise is heads above so many games that Let's see, where'd my collections go? Oh boy, it's been a while since I've Man, where are collections? Here we go. So if you go to collections, for example, right now I am in, let's say, Maryvale, for example. I found the Midway, I found the Maryvale main stage, and if I find the Sunflower Patch, I'll get this reward here, which is 275 stars, which stars later can be used to power up abilities, I believe. Here's warp stones. If I find each major warp stone, I'll get a surprise or some stars. And then if you get, like, let's see the elite ones here. Job-specific flora, toys, insects. Okay, so let's see. Here's a rare for example. If I got all the rare exploration points, if I found all of these kind of cool areas in, let's say, Sanctuary, and I'll get me some Pathfinder boots. So I'll get an actual piece of kind of equipment. Let's see. Here's the elite one. That one's a backpack, which I really love the backpack. Actually, I have that one. It's got a big flower on the back. And that's not all of them. I haven't even opened them all up. As you can see, I only have one page, but I believe there's like 8 or 9 pages of exploration. So there's just a ton of stuff like that to do. Here, let me turn off the tails real quick. I have no idea how to even do that. Well, I guess these people are having a little party down here. Oh, this is the thing that turns you into Rick Astley. So you've been Rickrolled, so then you get to turn into him, which I always think is really funny. It's just a beautiful game just to kind of mess around in. It's great to have a game that doesn't, it's not as linear as a lot of games are too. And it's just you can Well, I know people that are hardcore about this game. They pursue every single job, every single collection. Now, while granted the tasks aren't necessarily that hard, some of the mini games and stuff can definitely be that hard. For example, let's see, games here. Let's say there's cooking. I want to find one here. Mining, for example, is not that hard, but as you go further and further, and it does definitely get harder. I'll just show you a little bit of it. You just match stuff up. So as you do this, you're trying to get these things down below to match, and then you'll actually get. Let's see here. It tells you over on the right side what you need to get. So that's like a mini game you can do just to find gems and stuff. So again, an entirely different kind of gameplay. This is kind of more along the lines of a casual, Bejeweled type game. But it's if you want to play that type of game, you certainly can. Well, I failed it, of course, because I wasn't trying. But so that's mining, for example, or you can go directly to the area to mine just yourself. You can go into the mine. Let me here. I'm going to teleport out of here, and I'll look at the trading card game a little bit. Okay, back out at the front. I don't know if we can see this, but there's a big sign. Oh, you can't see it. It says Pixie Wood up there, and that used to be the big deal to see if you can get up on top of the Pixie Wood sign, or nearby it at least. I'm gonna switch my job here. A medic. Medics are cool. Basically healers, but you can level that up as just its own job as well. So here's the card duelist trainer, for example. And you can start just almost any quest just by finding these people. You just wander around the world and you'll find them. Oh shoot, what was the job? Here's your I really like this. Oh, pick up the cards near Sam, okay. But I like how you can, let's say, it'll actually teleport you nearby to the quest, and then it'll take you actually to the quest, which is awesome. Auto walk is one of those features I used to absolutely hate because, I didn't want the game to do all the work for me. I wanted to kind of explore on my own. But to be honest, as I play more and more games, and I have, you got to be a little bit careful about, hurting your wrists and stuff like that, especially if you've been playing games as long as I have. That the auto walk feature is actually really nice. You can kind of click on it, lean back, and just watch the scenery. Kind of have a good time just chilling out like that. But and it's completely optional. I could have walked this entire way. I could have used a horse or a mount. So I'm going to the speedway. Oh, I'm supposed to do more racing. But over here, this is kind of cool. If you're building your car, you have a garage over here. And the garage should let you customize your car or look at your car. I'm not real sure. So if I had more parts, for example, I would put these. See, there's my car. I need to buy some cars for this guy. He's got nothing. But like on my main, for example, the one I've had for a long time. Oh, there's a sticker. Where did it go? There, I went and put a sticker right there on my car. See? So in this area, you can totally customize. You can add better parts. You can do whatever you want. So once you're done with that, you leave your garage, you go back to the races, and you go from there. So that's the mechanic. Here's this is a mini game that drove me nuts before, I think. Here's a guy that just sells station cash car type things. So you can get, let's see here. This is the coin shop. Let's go. carts. So you can buy an actual cart, you know, you can just plop down the money and have one. There's parts, you can get the best parts, I believe. I don't know that you can get the best ones in game, but I know that you can get some very good ones from the cash shop, at least on par. These are all racing decals to stick onto your car and stuff. So that's awesome. So essentially, you don't really have a job to do. You don't just log in and just start, you know, going down one path. You log in and you know, there's definitely a kind of a linear moment at the beginning. It says, hey, go over here and talk to this girl and stuff like that. But after that, you're pretty much on your own. I don't know why my name keeps popping up like that, though. That must be a glitch. Because I'm telling it to stop. There we go. So you know, the point of the game is just to do whatever you want. Now, you know, I believe they claim that that's why it was originally called Free Realms, was since you're free to do whatever. Some people said it was because the free nature of the game. Of course, anymore it's not really free. It's at least a $5 sub a month to really get any part of it. But that's a heck of a deal. But I love the fact that it is, you know, to me, it's just a game that you know, it's not even a game. It's more like a social kind of. If you remember a game called There, it's kind of like that. It's kind of like Second Life in some ways. But it's safe for kids because of the chat. Somebody's sending me tells. Because of the chat filters and stuff like that. In fact, the chat filters are a little bit too safe, a little bit ridiculous. It's really hard to get past them just to say hey to somebody, but, you know, I can see why they do that. I mean, you can come over here, you can try pets. Now, you used to have to actually level up pets. Let's see if I have any. I don't think I have any right now. No, I don't even have any. But you used to have to actually train to level up the pets, but now you can kind of go and you can kind of, let's see, I'll pick one out. You should be able to have like a little trial. Oh, I must wait an hour to try out another one. Darn it, I must have tried one already. So, you know, you just kind of spend your time doing whatever you think is whatever you want to do. A lot of people just spend their time decorating their house, which is one of the funnest things I like to do, because you can just build stuff. Like those big things I was showing you earlier. In fact, I'll go back to another one. I think the other one was in... Where was it? Here, I'll look here. Playgrounds. There we go. Snow Hill. I haven't showed you Snow Hill yet. Snow Hill is like the snowy area, Christmassy area. During Christmas, they have a Christmas tree up, and they have this huge... I mean, I just love this area. This is so fun here. I mean, it's Christmassy all year round almost, the music and everything, but it's not overly done. But let me jump on the thing here, and I'll get you a real good view of it. Oh, I didn't go far enough or early enough. There we go. Again, at each one of these little playground areas they built, they have a little, conveniently, of course, here's a little station cache, the guy that you click on and you can buy all the parts to make your own. If you have a lot, you can just make all this yourself. That's the cool part about it. Okay. Let me go up here and start from the beginning. Okay. Also, look, you see the town there. I mean, the view distance is really nice. It looks good. It looks real solid. I love that. Let's go over... I forget where I'm supposed to go in this one. Oh, this one's really hard because of these blocks here will actually crumble as you touch them. So see, you can't get on them. You gotta wait for them to come back. So you gotta be real fast, which for me is bad. Ah, it's a little bit frustrating. Here's a snow bridge thingy. So it's really a kind of just a creative tool. That the housing and the block building and all that stuff, I just love that. So you can build this entire thing if you wanted to on your lot yourself. I've seen people, I can't remember who did it, but they took these launch pads, and they line their entire lot with them, which must have cost them a heck of a lot of money. Unless they bought them with coins. I'm not sure. Can you buy them with coins? Let's see. Boop. I don't see any, but maybe I'm looking in the wrong area. Yeah, you can. There's a small one. It's not cheap, though. It's a lot of coins. Yeah, so you can buy some with coins, but I've seen people use this, use these to make an entire, basically a bounce house out of their lot. It's just insane. I mean, I could sit there and bounce all day. That's hilarious. But over there, there's mining to do over there. There's all sorts of missions to do here in the snowy area. Again, like I said, during the holidays, they decorate it all with Christmas stuff. And you go to, I don't know if you can see that tree there in the middle, but they decorate that as a Christmas tree. And there's presents and snow monsters and all this good stuff like that. So essentially, that's just a little bit of free realms. I'm still playing, of course, the rest of the week. If you want to find me in game, my name is beau-hindman. And I'll be playing all week. I'm going to start with the marathon, of course, starting tomorrow until Saturday, and then on Sunday the article will go up. So what you want to do is, if you enjoy free realms, or if you have problems with free realms, or how Sony makes free realms, or whatever, go into the comments section and leave some comments there, and we'll have a discussion on that. So that'll come out Sunday. So that's a little bit of free realms. I mean, it's just a small taste. Of course, the game is totally free to try, so I would definitely recommend going and trying it if you haven't yet. It'll run in your browser, but it will pop up an actual window that you play in. So it will actually download a game. It's not necessarily a browser-based game, but it will definitely run in your browser. All you have to do is go play, as you go and sign up, and it automatically goes to the character creator, and you can make a pixie kind of guy like this, or you can make a human person. Eventually, I'd like to see him put more races. That would be awesome. So I would definitely go check it out. This is beau-hindman from massively.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the comments section on Sunday.